Welcome back, movie buffs! Today we're diving into some of the biggest box office flops in recent history. From ambitious sci-fi epics to superhero misfires, we'll explore why these films didn't quite hit the mark. Was it bad marketing, poor execution, or maybe, just maybe, audiences weren't ready for what these movies had to offer? Whatever the reason, these films serve as cautionary tales in the often unpredictable world of Hollywood filmmaking. So grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and get ready for a deep dive into the world of cinematic misfires. We're about to uncover the how and why behind some of the biggest box office bombs of all time. John Carter, oh boy John Carter, this movie had it all. A massive budget, stunning visuals, and a classic sci-fi premise based on the works of Edgar Rice Burroughs. But somewhere along the way, it all went wrong. This 2012 film, starring Taylor Kitsch as the titular character, was supposed to be Disney's big answer to Avatar. They poured $250 million into the production, hoping to launch a massive franchise. But despite the stunning Martian landscapes and epic battles, John Carter just didn't resonate with audiences. The marketing was confusing, leaving potential viewers unsure of what the film was even about. Was it a Roman epic, a western, a sci-fi adventure? This lack of clear identity, coupled with a generic title that failed to capture the imagination, meant the film was dead on arrival. See, a movie can have all the special effects in the world, but without a compelling story and relatable characters, it's just an empty spectacle. And I think that's where John Carter ultimately failed. The characters, while visually interesting, lacked depth and emotional resonance. We never truly connect with them or their struggles, making it hard to care about their fate. Ryan's World, the movie. This 2024 release was a prime example of the often bumpy transition from YouTube stardom to the big screen. Ryan Kaji, the young star of the massively popular Ryan's World YouTube channel, boasts millions of subscribers who eagerly watch his toy reviews and family-friendly adventures. The logic was there: capitalize on Ryan's massive online popularity and translate that into box office success. However, the film faced an uphill battle from the start. Firstly, the target audience, primarily young children, doesn't necessarily translate to a theatrical experience. Parents are less likely to shell out money for a movie ticket for a film they can essentially watch for free on YouTube. Secondly, the film's plot, a rather simplistic adventure involving lost toys, lacked the cinematic scope and sophistication needed to appeal to a wider audience. It felt more like an extended episode of the YouTube channel than a fully realized film. The film's performance at the box office reflected this disconnect. The Marvels, the 2023 installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, faced a unique challenge: superhero fatigue. After years of interconnected films and TV shows, audiences were showing signs of burnout. The film, while boasting a talented cast led by Brie Larson, struggled to recapture the magic of earlier entries in the franchise. One contributing factor was the film's placement within the larger MCU timeline. Released amidst a crowded slate of superhero films, The Marvels felt somewhat lost in the shuffle. Audiences, already feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of superhero content, were less inclined to invest in yet another installment, especially one that didn't seem to offer anything particularly new or groundbreaking. Furthermore, the film's storyline, while attempting to address complex themes of identity and responsibility, felt convoluted and lacking the emotional resonance of previous Marvel films. Critics and audiences alike noted a sense of formulaic storytelling, a far cry from the fresh and innovative approach that had become synonymous with the MCU. Chapter 4: The Lone Ranger, a runaway train of troubled production. The Lone Ranger, the 2013 attempt to revive the classic Western hero, serves as a prime example of how behind-the-scenes troubles can derail even the most promising projects. Starring Johnny Depp as Tonto and Armie Hammer as the titular character, the film was plagued with problems from the start. A bloated budget, estimated to be over $250 million, put immense pressure on the film to perform well at the box office. Unfortunately, the final product failed to justify the exorbitant cost. Critics and audiences alike panned the film for its convoluted plot, excessive length, and questionable casting choices. Depp's portrayal of Tonto, while visually striking, was criticized for perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Chapter 5: Cats, a digital furball of disaster. Cats. Oh, Cats. This 2019 adaptation of the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical will forever be etched in our minds, but perhaps not for the reasons the filmmakers intended. The film, boasting a star-studded cast including Taylor Swift, Idris Elba and Judi Dench, was met with a wave of bewilderment and horror upon its release. The primary culprit? The CGI. The decision to transform the actors into feline human hybrids through digital effects backfired spectacularly. The result was a disturbingly uncanny valley of humanoid cats with unsettlingly expressive faces and movements that defied the laws of physics. But the problems with Cats ran deeper than just the visuals. The film struggled to translate the stage production's abstract narrative and character-driven plot to the big screen. The story felt disjointed and lacked a clear emotional core, leaving audiences confused and unengaged. The film's reception was nothing short of catastrophic. Chapter 6. Jupiter, Ascending, Lost in Space with Mila Kunis. Jupiter Ascending, the 2015 space opera from the Wachowski sisters, promised a visually stunning and narratively ambitious adventure. Starring Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum, the film boasted a unique premise. A young woman discovers she's the heir to an intergalactic dynasty. However, despite its grand ambitions and impressive visuals, Jupiter Ascending failed to capture the imagination of audiences. The film's downfall lay in its convoluted plot, which attempted to cram too many ideas and characters into its runtime. The result was a confusing and overwhelming experience that left viewers struggling to keep up. The Wachowskis, known for their complex narratives in films like The Matrix, seemed to have taken a wrong turn with Jupiter Ascending. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, Guy Ritchie's 2017 take on the classic tale, aimed to inject new life into the Arthurian legend. Starring Charlie Hunnam as Arthur, the film promised a gritty and stylized reimagining of the iconic characters and stories. However, despite Ritchie's signature visual flair and a charismatic performance from Hunnam, the film failed to connect with audiences. The film's downfall lay in its tonal inconsistencies and a lack of focus. Ritchie's trademark quick cuts and irreverent humor, while effective in films like Sherlock Holmes, felt jarring and out of place in the context of the Arthurian legend. The film struggled to find a balance between its gritty realism and fantastical elements. The result was a tonally dissonant experience that left viewers unsure of what to feel. Mortal Engines, the 2018 adaptation of Philip Reeve's popular young adult novel, presented a visually stunning and imaginative world. Set in a post-apocalyptic future where cities roam on wheels, devouring smaller towns for resources, the film promised a thrilling adventure. However, despite its impressive special effects and unique premise, Mortal Engines failed to ignite the box office. The film's downfall lay in its inability to connect with audiences on an emotional level. The characters, while visually interesting, lacked depth and development, making it difficult for viewers to invest in their fates. The film's plot, while following the basic structure of the source material, felt rushed and underdeveloped. Key plot points were glossed over and character motivations remained murky. The 13th Warrior, a 1999 historical action film starring Antonio Banderas, had all the makings of an epic adventure. Based on Michael Crichton's novel Eaters of the Dead, the film promised a thrilling blend of history and fantasy. However, behind the scenes, the production was plagued by problems that ultimately hampered its success. The film suffered from a troubled production, with extensive reshoots, script rewrites, and creative differences between director John McTiernan and Crichton. These issues resulted in a disjointed final product that failed to live up to its potential. The film's budget ballooned due to the extensive reshoots, putting immense pressure on it to perform well at the box office. Battlefield Earth, the 2000 science fiction film based on L. Ron Hubbard's novel, is widely considered one of the worst films ever made. Starring John Travolta, the film was a passion project for the actor, a longtime Scientologist. However, despite Travolta's enthusiasm, the film was met with universal derision upon its release. From its garish visuals and over-the-top acting to its nonsensical plot and heavy-handed messaging, Battlefield Earth became a textbook example of how not to make a movie. Critics savaged the film for its technical shortcomings, including its bizarre Dutch angles, overuse of colored lighting, and amateurish special effects. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the world of cinema. Let us know in the comments which movie flops surprised you the most. We've journeyed through the wreckage of some of Hollywood's biggest flops, uncovering the reasons behind their downfall. From bad marketing to poor execution, from superhero fatigue to CGI nightmares, these films serve as cautionary tales in the often unpredictable world of filmmaking. But remember, even in failure, there are lessons to be learned. These films remind us that success is never guaranteed, and even the most ambitious projects can fall short of expectations. So, the next time you're watching a movie, take a moment to appreciate the hard work and creativity that goes into bringing a story to life, even if the end result isn't quite a masterpiece.